not the place to be intoxicated. Braden was the real failure of the day, weren't you?
I dropped the ball.
Good morning. We slept in this morning very late.
Midday.
It's like 12 o'clock. I think our bodies were very exhausted. We haven't really stopped for like
2 months.
2 months or way before that because of the wedding and stuff. So we gave ourselves to sleeping because we are here in Marrakech for like a full week. Yesterday was our first full day in Marrakech and it was a Sunday, so all the SIM card shops were actually closed, so we couldn't go on our SIM card mission then. So we just sort of like wandered around the souks in the centre, which is close by to our place, and we know the area, so we stayed in an area that we knew because we didn't have a SIM card. But today we're going to go out and venture and get a SIM card and check out some cool cafes and maybe go see a mosque. So
yeah, last night Kate was like, enough's enough. I'm Googling everything.
Yeah.
And she's got like 10 different restaurants we can go check out and mosques and...
Yeah, I've tried to find some cool spots to see. But the thing with Marrakech is the medina and everything on the outside, it's like a labyrinth. It's called the Red City, and it's hectic, and all the souks and the markets are really hectic, but all the pretty beautiful places, they're called hidden gems. They're like behind closed doors. So yeah, you got to go find them. So I researched all that yesterday. But yeah, the sleep-in definitely was good, but our alarms were going off for most of the time, so it was like not the most peaceful sleep-in. But our bedroom has no natural light. It's just pitch black in there, so it makes it really hard to wake up.
And plus today, like all the last 2 days we've been here, all these kids have been running around outside like the full day.
Yeah.
And then today it's like dead quiet. So.
I think because it's Monday now, so they're probably at school.
Yeah, but I mean it just made it easy for us to just be like, goodbye.
Yeah, we're so tired.
Peace out. Alright, let's go kick this afternoon into gear. Righto. This is our little humble abode with double lock, which is apparently a good thing in this part of the world.
Yeah, we're finally leaving. Sunlight.
Alright, I just have to address this really quick for the purpose of the upcoming videos that we'll make for this portion of the trip, being Morocco, Egypt and Jordan. Specifically talking about video here because we've had a few things happen here in Morocco that have prompted us to be like, it's going to be really, really difficult to film here. So many blogs online too, Kate's read, say that they don't like it here, and if you do take a photo or a video of someone, they're going to ask for money. And that's not to say that we're intrusive and we film heaps of people, but just, yeah, it's just to be on edge. So we won't be using, the point of this whole rant is we won't probably using good audio equipment because that stands out like a sore thumb, like when we got the big Rode mic on top, or even our discreet little Rode. It's got a flash and light, and Kate doesn't like that, so we'll be using that sparingly when we feel like we absolutely have to. But for the most part, I think the audio is going to take a hit here, and I don't know, maybe even the story side of the aspect too, which is kind of depressing, but we'll get what we can, and we'll do what we can. I'm just giving a heads up because it makes me and Kate cringe when we can't do the best that we know that we can do. But we're doing what we have to do. I'm trying to be respectful. That's my little rant. Back to Kate. First in-weird place we went to was shut. We're going to try and find another place that has SIM cards, and they all just go, SIM card?
And we're doing this all without internet, so we have to just keep going backwards and forwards in between the places that we know, so we don't get lost.
It's hectic.
Alright, what do we do here? I think we found something.
So we got 2 SIM cards, 5 gig. Yeah, 5 gigs of data. I don't know how long it lasts, so I asked him, he didn't know. I think he was speaking French.
I don't know, but he didn't speak English.
He didn't speak a lick of English. But anyway, it's 5 gig. For both of us to get a SIM card, it was 100 dirham.
So it was 200 Moroccan dirhams. It cost us a bit over 30 bucks. And it was just like a little store like that on the side of the street.
Yeah. Okay, challenge the trick. Just to look for the purple circle with the 2 white.
Yeah.
Inwi.
Yeah, it's called Inwi, but we got Morocco Telecom.
What do you think?
Just hectic. At least we've found a bit of a pathway now. So Braden and I always talk about this, and we contemplated a lot, like how we feel being in these countries, and like I guess what I would say to people if you are thinking of coming to these sort of countries but you're a bit scared to, so you just need to put that bad media like to the back of your mind and come and experience these countries like you would say Bali, Indonesia, or any of Southeast Asia. You've got to treat them the same. You've got to be street smart and careful still. But yeah, you just got to be positive minded, I think. Try your hardest to be and enjoy what you're seeing. That's my 2 cents. I just am looking at this mosque and I'm thinking it's really beautiful. And all the people here have been lovely, so you know, just gotta come and experience it for yourself.
100%.
I don't really understand the crossings here. Yeah? Yeah. You guys walk out. Oh god. Holy shit.
That was weird.
So we've come to the bottom of the Medina sort of area, and we've come to the Koutoubia Mosque, which is behind us up here, and we don't know too much history about it just yet, but today it's closed to the general public. Only religious people can go in, but it's behind it is this beautiful square. It's very peaceful. It's like a little oasis lined with trees and gardens, little lemon trees. It's really quiet, really peaceful. Everyone's just sitting on the park benches, being very quiet. And it's just a nice change to the really, really busy Medina.
Also, what happened to us was there was a tour information guy out the front, and he was really good. He told us heaps of stuff, which none of it I remember, but he was good. And he was free, because apparently the tourism board over here pays these guys to hang out at the attractions. You can go and ask him whatever you want, obviously, because it's free. We'll put it this way, he didn't ask us for money, and he told us it was free.
There it is. Pretty. We're in a restaurant called and it seems to be like there's a few restaurants all owned by the same company or owner, like scattered throughout the centre Medina. Sort of a bit like in Bali and Seminyak and Canggu, how there's like all the La restaurants, like La Laguna, La Plancha, La Brisa. They're all sort of like that. They give me those vibes because they're not cheap. Like these 2 veggie tagines were 90 dirham each, which is a bit under 15 Australian dollars each. We've got chips and drinks. I think it's all going to cost us a bit under $40 Australian. Yeah, it's alright. The service is really slow.
And there's a bird shit on the table.
Yeah.
But this is a riad.
Yeah, it looks like it's a converted riad. And riads are like old traditional Moroccan houses that have like a courtyard in the middle and then built around it are rooms. So yeah.
But this is it. This is a veggie tagine.
Definitely found, like, I did kind of know coming into it that Marrakech was going to be like sort of more expensive, but it's definitely more expensive than Turkey and Egypt and stuff. So watch it more when you come to Marrakech.
Alright, let's dig in.
Okay, we've come to Agnaou. I'm yelling because we have no microphones. So what it is, it's like a 19th century, is that right, Brayden? 11th century old gate, and it was one of the first gates into the Medina. So here is the Medina wall. It wraps around the whole Medina, it's 18 kilometers, and inside these gates is the Medina. So it's one of the prettiest gates we've seen. Very busy though. Alright, let's go look at it. So I think the viewpoint is kind of on this like median strip here, but it's not raised like this one, it's just part of the road and all the motorbikes are going across it. So see, I don't know how we're going to look at it. There's a pedestrian crossing there. I think we just have to go stand there and hope we don't get hit.
P.S. there's a sick light leak, eh?
Yeah.
Alright, go.
Alright. Really pretty. Look at those two birds like perfectly like up there gardening.
Okay.
What do I do?
You take this and vlog walking across. I'm going to get some photos.
Okay, I think I'm going to go. Big gate. It wasn't too bad.
I was like right behind you, I was like just popping off shots and then all these bikes flew past me.
Yeah, the bikes are the issue. This is what it's like. Can you see that way? Where are we?
This is like the centre part where all the action happens. So you got all the fruit stands, you got the monkeys, you got the snake charmers, you got a shit ton of restaurants and a heap of shopping here too. But you can't film anything or do anything because they'll ask you for money. So that's why she's just filming me straight now, because you get everything in the background and it'll probably look like I'm not trying to film them.
Yeah.
But
I'll do a quick pan.
Still pan, I'll come in front. Walk past the snake. Now, I'm not the most caring person towards snakes. I grew up on a farm. But those snakes look sick.
Come on, picture. Sorry.
Anyway, we're just going to breeze through here because we're going back to Nomad for dinner, which is a really good restaurant. We're at the other day. This place, man, I don't know if anyone else has had this experience, but like when me and Kate were here, the first time that you walk through it.
Hello.
Well, the first time you walk through this place, I don't know if anyone else had this experience. It's just a lot, eh? Like you come through and you're just like, I need to sit down. Like yesterday, we just breezed through from one side to the other. And I was like, I just need to sit down and have a coffee or something and just think about what just happened, eh? Like,
Absorb it.
there's a lot going on here, eh? It's so busy.
Isn't it down that way, Brady? We're in the souks market. And yeah, it's busy. And again, we have to be careful with what we film because
I'm not going to be in here for long, it's just on the way to Nomad, but it's just a quick glimpse at what it's like. We'll film more here later. I think the reason I'm filming this is because when we went to the Grand Bazaar, we filmed nothing in Turkey. Where are we at now?
We're at Nomad, which is a really popular terrace restaurant, and we're having pumpkin couscous. We've come here to watch the sunset.
What you got there? I got to film this before you demolish it.
It's homemade ice cream, vanilla and almond flavour, and Braden's got chocolate cake.
Historically, I don't get dessert. Caitlin gets it, or if I get it, Caitlin eats it.
I do not.
And that's exactly what you said. Like, I ordered this and you're like, I'm going to eat some of your cake.
Yeah, I'm going to try some. You tried some of my ice cream yesterday.
That's a very strange flavour.
Oh.
It says spicy and I was like, I've never had spicy ice cream before. It kind of tastes like savoury.
Oh, really?
You try it. Go on. Get it into you.
Like it? It's not savoury. It's just like dark cocoa with like nutmeg or something in it.
Did you eat my cake?
I'm eating it now. It's good.
Let's polish this off. And then what are we doing? Going home to the roof.
To our rooftop.
We're going to retire slightly early tonight. So we're going to do that, catch up, and then we'll talk on the roof. What have you done?
Mate, we've had a shit day of fails. We've walked for like 2 hours through the busy streets of Marrakech, getting hustled through construction sites, through industrial estates,
Everything.
through Jewish quarters and markets and souks and
Cemeteries.
cemeteries and you name it. We have walked there today. All for nothing. All to realise the palace was closed.
Well, tell them where we were going.
We're going to the Bahia Palace. Apparently it's getting under restorations today, but it reopens tomorrow. There was nothing online saying it was closed. We had little kids telling us to like go different ways. The thing in Marrakech is they try and confuse you. They come up to you and they say, you're going the wrong way, you're going the wrong way, this way, this way, this way. And kids do it, adults do it, teenagers do it, they all do it. You just have to ignore them. Anyway, palace was closed. We were getting hassled by someone to like go somewhere else, and they kept following us, and then we would go a different way, but then they would obviously know a back street and they would come out in front of us and then hassle us again. So anyway, we just bailed and went a completely different way. Our phones are dying because our SIM cards are so crap. They just keep losing signal, and so our phone is constantly searching for signal and just dying.
Which leads us to La Salama.
Yeah, we decided to come to Les Salama, which is sort of near the main square here. It's pricey here. I have finally found a cocktail, espresso martini. It was 130 dirham, which is a little bit under 20 Australian dollars. Braden's got a beer. And I don't know why, we just felt like ice cream, something refreshing. It's kind of hot out there. Braden's got a chocolate souffle, which is delicious.
I haven't even eaten any of it. Caitlin's like, is that a souffle?
Yeah.
And she just dug into it and she's just taken like that. She's massacred the ass into it.
If Kim watches this, she knows how much I love souffle. when I used to come to Hawk's Nest and stay with her family in Hawk's Nest, we would go and get chocolate souffle at Tillerman's. Is that right, Kim? Ever since then, loved souffle. It's very pretty and well done up. It's yum, isn't it?
Pretty good.
We were sitting over there, but it was really hot. Cheers.
I think the best bread is in Morocco.
Really?
It's really nice, eh? Everywhere I've gone, I'm like, it's pretty good. What about the Atlas Alps?
Yeah. It has a really good view of the Alps. The high Atlas Mountains. Can't really see on this lens. We're going to enjoy our drinks. We'll probably stay here for a few, hey?
How you feeling?
I'm like 2 espresso martinis deep. I'm just out here and I'm just like drunk.
Tanked.
This is like not the place to be intoxicated. You have to pay really close attention to what you're doing.
Plus, you're given direction.
All you've eaten is some like couscous and veggie and you haven't drunk any water and you've had like 2 espresso martinis.
And then you decide, fuck it, I'm going to go drunk walking through the souks. Like, whatever could possibly go wrong?
I just am in the mood where I could barter. If you want to buy something, I'll get it.
Get me a ring. What'd you say?
Oh, I mean, this whole trip we haven't really drunk any alcohol, right? So I'm like a really big lighthead right now.
Get me a ring.
So it's now sunset, 6:30. So we've come back to our apartment. On our way home from el-fnaa, after our drinks, we went shopping. And let me tell you, after you've had a few drinks, the souks aren't as intimidating. So you sort of get your confidence on and you sort of start buying stuff. So I bought some things. Spent a lot of money. Money we don't have. Okay. First thing is this beautiful bag, this beautiful shoulder bag. Beautiful design. It has a string clasp. Okay, 2 pockets. So, you know, oh no, those robbers can't get in. So I'm hoping this is fake leather. I was told it's real leather. I would be surprised if it's not real leather because there's so many tanneries around, but I hope with my heart, telling myself it's not real, just because I don't agree with that. But I needed a shoulder bag because I didn't bring one on this trip because I thought my backpack would be better. Turns out it's not. It's super annoying, and also in Marrakech I was advised by our Airbnb host not to wear backpacks because people get in there really easily and steal things. So I had to quickly like buy a shoulder bag, and that way it can be on the front of me and no one can get in. So I had to buy something. This is really cute, but you know, I'm sad that it's real leather. I'm hoping it's not. This was 200 dirham, which is 30 Australian dollars. So that was that one.
What's the rule of thumb that you've worked out?
Oh, the rule of thumb. So this one was, okay, so what we've found is in the souks, like the undercover areas, their prices are higher and they don't budge as much, but when you get out into like the streets, their prices are way lower and they budge more. So we got this, he offered $450 to start with, and what I do is I halve it and like take like 50 off. So straight away I offered 200 and I didn't budge on that, and he, you know, with bartering you say like, no, that's my best price, and you start to walk away and usually they chase you. So that's what happened with this. So yeah, 30 Australian dollars inside the actual souks under the underground undercover area. The same bag but like a darker leather color was 500, and he wasn't budging at that. So there you go. Next thing that I got I really wanted, what I'm liking about Marrakech as well, and I did read this online, that they're going like biodegradable. So I love that like they're going greener. So I love that their bags are like biodegradable and they're just using paper. So it's really good. But I really wanted like an Aladdin lamp from here. So, and I really wanted one that matched our house. And our house is like timber white and turquoisey blue. And when I saw this one, and I wanted like a rustic looking one. So when I saw this one, I thought it was really perfect. Like it wasn't too big. So it's got the white painting and like a bit of turquoise in there. So I thought this one was really cute. Like it's kind of rustic. I didn't want like a really new looking one. So I thought that was really cute. And this one was...
Hang on, how big is it in relation to your hand?
Yeah, so you can get like all different... Excuse my disgusting fake tan hands. Ew. And my disgusting nails. But yeah, it's quite small. Like you can get really big ones. Like you can get ones like this big. You can get ones with like mosaics and tiling, but they're really expensive. So this one, he wanted 250 dirham, and I immediately said 100. So 100 dirham is what, Bray? 15 Australian dollars. So it's kind of a lot, but like he said, this one was really old and antique, which I kind of believe. So yeah, that was 15. Next thing we got was kind of like an impulse buy. I got like a his and a hers. They're like just little ring boxes. They're just a his and a hers little ring box. You know, they're nothing special. But, you know, the fact that we got them in Morocco, I think that's cool. And like Braden's been buying lots of rings. So I thought, you know, we could just put our little rings inside. That's cute, right? So this was, they wanted 200, didn't they? He wanted 200 for both. And I was like, nah. But this guy, he was underneath the covers, so he was a bit more expensive. And he was like, I said 100, didn't I?
No,
I said
100. No, you said...
I said 50.
You said 70.
Did I say 70?
And then you went up to 80.
Yeah, that's right. So he wanted 200, so I went 70, and he was like 120. And I'm like, 80. And I think I said 80 was my maximum, and he settled on 80. 80 is like...
$12.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10,
a bit over $10 Australian. So I probably like the most that we got ripped off because it was underneath the undercover area, don't you think, Bray?
The most we got ripped off was the chalk.
Oh yeah, Braden bought two things as well, which we'll go switch to him. And the main thing that I wanted, apart from the lamp, was like a dish, like a bowl. And I couldn't find any with like the right colours because I wanted like white and call of prayer is happening. I wanted like white and turquoise, and I saw this one, and again it's like a rustic sort of, which I really liked. So it's got like the turquoise blue and the white, and then it's got some green around here. And a lot of them don't have like the pattern on the bottom, whereas this one had the pattern here, and it's quite big. And this one was near where we bought the bag, so like in the streets, and he wanted 200. And like I thought that was a really good starting price. So I just went just half. I was like 100. And then, you know, he was like, no, 120. And I said, no, 100. So I got that for 100, which is 15 Australian. So yeah, I spent a bit today, but I think there's one more thing I want to get, like souvenirs for the family, which I think we'll try and film tomorrow, but I don't know. So I'll show you what Braden got now. And he was the one that was the letdown, weren't you?
Yeah, I dropped the ball.
What did you get, Brady?
Well, what I wanted to do was get like a different ring from heaps of different places. Like Kate got me this one.
Before the wedding.
Before the wedding, so I wore this in all my wedding photos.
Show him what it is, like, and explain.
Oh, it's just a compass. Because me and Kate obviously do a bit of travelling. So she said, that's cute. And I was like, right. And that's obviously my wedding ring. But then this one today.
Has like cool Arabic writing on it.
Yeah. So this one, again, was undercover, like in the actual souks. And you can definitely feel the weight of it, hey. Like, when you're out looking around, you'll pick up the cheap ones and you're just like, yeah, that's just like a piece of tin or something. But this one has like a lot of weight to it. And he was adamant, hey. Like, went in there and I said, 100 dirham, eh? He said, I'm not going any more than that. And I showed him this ring and I was like, I paid, 15, so 100. I said, I paid 100 for this in Australia. And he like grabbed it off me, put it under his little microscope, which was just a camera lens with the end smashed out of it. And he's like, this is just cheap brass. This is real, like, silver. Like, you pay. And I was like, calm down. And then, so we went away, we came back, and I said to him 150, and he was like, nah. Oh, he wanted 400?
400, yeah.
Yeah, he wanted 400 for it. So I was going aggressively. I was trying to quarter his price. So then I went away, me and Kate got drunk, came back and I went 150 and he was like, no. So I just like, in the moment was like, 200. And it took like a lot, hey. We were in there for like 10-15 minutes, I reckon. And he's like, yeah, 200. So I got it for 200. So that's like 30 Australian dollars, which I'm not stoked on, but I mean, it's a cool ring, tells a story. But the real letdown, because like, it sounds super lame, but at the current minute, I'm trying to get like heaps of blue in the grid on the gram because of a location we're going to very shortly. And so I went and bought a bag of blue chalk. You would think that would cost like if I was in Australia, I would literally pay 50 cents for that, hey. Like, it's literal chalk. And this dude, so I went up to him, because it was just spare at the moment. Kate bought that pot for like, what did you pay for that thing? 100. And I was like, I'll just buy this chalk. So I ran over, it's like, what's up? I need this chalk. And he's like, yeah, it's 2 dirham per gram. And I didn't think anything of it. I said, right, I'll fill the bag up. So he filled it up, put it on the scales. He goes, 50 gram, that's 100 dirham. And I was like, that's $15. And I just like laughed at him. I was like, absolutely no way am I paying that. And he's like, how much? And I was like, I don't know, 50? And then, because it's really hard to,
because in Morocco, it's 7 dirham to 1 Australian.
Yeah, it's 7 dirham to 1 Australian, so you've got to really know your times tables and not sound like we're dumb, but like on the spot, you need to be like really good at it, eh?
But we should just be knowing now that 50 dirham is $7.
Yeah, so I knew 50 was 7.
7.50, yeah.
And I was just like, whatever, 50. And then he's like, yeah, he still didn't like that. Tried to barter with me for ages, and I was just like, nah, man, look, seriously, keep your chalk. I'll keep my $7. And he's like, just give me 50.
It might be like special chalk though.
I don't know. It's everywhere. I don't even know if them photos are going to look cool. Probably not. But anyway, that's my epic fail. I've got half a bag of chalk here.
I don't know what we're going to even do with that chalk.
Me neither.
We're not taking it in the bags with us.
No, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this chalk.
And now we've got chalk on someone's rug up here, and I don't want to leave like a trace.
Anyway, so that's my chalk story. We've spent all of our money today on alcohol.
A lot. We spent like, what, $80 at that place?
Yeah. I had 2 Coronas. The Coronas were $11 each, Australian, which is ridiculous. And Caitlin's cocktails were $18.
Marrakech is not cheap.
Marrakech is not cheap. But that's maybe just the place we went to, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we can't eat dinner tonight. Sign us out. Tell everyone what we're doing tomorrow.
Tomorrow, instead of walking around, we're just going to go somewhere that's close by, like a garden or an oasis or something. Because we're kind of sick of walking out of the Medina because it kind of sucks. So we're just going to go somewhere nearby and go into like a garden or an oasis and
spend the day in there because you got to pay entry fees to get into these places. So you got to like do it to the best of your ability. Maybe there's one more thing I want to shop for. We already said that, haven't we? But I haven't bought anything else on this trip. I've been hanging out for Morocco because I knew the shopping here was going to be good. So, see you tomorrow. Bye.
So take with you 1,000 kisses. All my heart, all my wishes. Love I know is here to stay. Never go away. Let me hear you say when I see you in the moonlight. I can tell that this time is right. The feeling means that I love you. And this one's for you and for your lady. For your
Kate's going to carry this camera around today. I don't know how this is going to go.
It'll be fine.
Katie, do you know anything about this mosque?
No, I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
And that's supposed to be spicy ice cream.
because they're crunchy and they're flavourless, it really brings out the rich and dark textures in there. You like it?
Okay, that's enough. Going?
Hello and welcome.
Hello. No, is this cute?
Yeah,
Should I put more hair to the front or?
that's good. Here, look.
Okay. Braden was the real failure of the day, weren't you? With your bargaining.
Say that one more time.
Okay, Braden bought this powder at the spice markets for like $8 Australian. All because he wants a photo with his new ring.
Yeah, I got massively ripped off, but it was originally $20 Australian. I still lost the battle.
They are expensive here in Marrakech, man. They drive a hard bargain. I think it's a terrible, terrible idea. But can't stop a man when he's got an idea. Oh, he's getting in there with the cactuses. Oh God, he's getting prickled.
Yeah, I need you to take the photo.
Oh God.